Anxiety and depression are the same way. When people feel them, often they want to try to get rid of them. So they try to pretend that they're not anxious or depressed. They try to confront the anxiety or the depression. Unfortunately, a lot of times they confront it in not so nice ways. So encouraging clients just to accept without judgment, and that is so hard. ACT interventions focus around two main processes: developing acceptance of unwanted private experiences which are out of personal control. When something happens, whatever it is, a loud noise goes boom, and you startle. That's an anxiety reaction. Now, am I going to get upset because I jumped and I startled? Or am I going to say, I jumped and I startled, moving on back to what I was doing? People who are struggling with their anxiety will often get frustrated and get stuck on the fact, well, I shouldn't have jumped. That was stupid. That was an irrational reaction. It was what it was. It happened. Your body responded. And when we think about it, there's a loud noise you're not expecting. Startle's probably a pretty functional response. We just let it go, because then your cognitions, your higher level reasoning kicks in and says, nope, there's nothing to be worried about. Car backfired or something. And a commitment and action toward living a valued life that is not getting stuck in this never-ending quicksand. So the first step, confronting the agenda. The client's agenda of emotional control is gently and respectfully undermined. I like that. I'm going to undermine you, but I'm going to do it respectfully. What we want clients to understand, and we need to come to an understanding of, if we're going to use this technique, is that controlling depression, controlling anxiety while doing the same things, it's not going to happen. So we need to try a different approach. Clients identify the ways they've tried to get rid of or avoid unwanted private experiences. This is commonly called creative hopelessness, which I really don't like creating hopelessness, but it highlights the fact that what you've done in the past has not worked. So let's see what we might be able to think of that might work and bring you closer to the life you want. Questions we ask of them: did it reduce your symptoms in the long term? And of course, I'm hearing Dr. Phil in the back of my mind going, well, how's that working for you? And I'm like, what did this strategy cost you in terms of time, energy, health, vitality, and relationships? So, okay, you might have fought it for a while or whatever, but at what cost? And did it bring you closer to the life you want? Generally, if somebody is trying to reduce their symptom and it's having a bunch of costs, it's taking them further away from the life they want, because what they're seeing as costs are trade-offs. And trade-offs are generally things, we trade off things that we want for other things. Confronting the agenda. All right, so we see that trying to control your depression, anxiety, addiction, whatever it is, hasn't worked. You're here. You're ready to try something else. Score. All right, so let's try to think about it this way. Control is the problem, not the solution. And they're going to look at you like you've got three heads, and that's okay. You know, I'm good with that. Clean discomfort is when emotions and reactions are accepted, and it leads to a natural level of physical and emotional discomfort. Think about getting a shot. You know, I am a great big old sissy when it comes to getting a shot. Now, if I went into the doctor's office with clean discomfort, I'd just be like, all right, fine, get it over with. The nurse would jab me, it'd be over, bada bing. Oh, but no, I dread going there. I don't sleep well the night before. I dread going there. I sit in the doctor's office and I'm like, oh, this is going to hurt. And my shoulder's going to hurt for the next 3 days. Perseverate on it. I get in there, and as soon as she puts the alcohol on my arm, even though I'm trying not to do it, I'm trying to control it, I tense my arm up, which means not only does it hurt more, but it creates a bruise and just cascade of effects. The same problem with emotions. When we start to struggle with our fear or with our depression and we start to lose, then we get angry at ourselves for not being able to control our fear or depression. And then we start to feel helpless, and all these negative emotions just compound on each other. Dirty discomfort. Once we start struggling with that emotion, the struggle switch is what they call it in ACT, is turned on. And it says, all right, ready, go. Discomfort increases rapidly. The struggle switch is like an emotional amplifier. Switch it on,